have the chore of cleaning all my pastels and putting them back in their containers in some kind of nice order. So I thought I'd share a bit of that process with you, as it's something you get to do when you get very into pastels like I have. So I have quite a few to clean. And some artists like to store their pastels in bigger trays than this, and you can lay out a beautiful spectrum of colour. Because I like to be able to pack my pastels up very quickly, store them away, I like to put them in individual trays which click together. And for this reason, I place my colours together, ones that are closely related, and like for example here with my blue tray, it normally goes from light through to dark. So I start with the lightest colours. It makes sense as well as they're less dirty to work with. So I get to the real dark muddy colours later on. And each of my trays, this is my tray of, well, all sorts of different shades of white. And each of the tray has a collection of full sticks, half sticks, right down to the smallest pebbles around the edges. So I make use of every bit of storage. But I've really got to take each one of these out and clean it. And then I'm going to set them out from here across and keep going until I fill the whole space with hopefully clean pastels. And to do that, I just use toilet roll. The small sheets are perfect. I can clean many pastels with one sheet. And it's the quickest way I have found. There are some other methods, like dry rice in a dish with a lid and put them in and shake it, but I have tried this and it hasn't really cleaned the pastels as well as I would like. So I literally take each pastel stick. You can see that each one is a bit grubby looking, and that's just from lots of use over the last few months. And I give it a quick rub. Just turning it around in the paper. And the same bit of paper does lots of the pastels. So you can see I'm going to be here for a while. I'll let you see my progress as it goes. The worst part of any of these trays is definitely all the little crumbs, but these are the pieces that are really important when I'm working, so I'm really gonna thank myself in the near future when I can actually see what colour any of these are, as I'm always having to pick them up and test them out first, so it'll be worth it. So that's the first tray complete, and I found a few rogues in here that need put in different boxes. So it's always a useful thing to do to get things back in order. And my main aim now is to get all the rest of the boxes cleaned and in order and then back in their trays. Hi everyone, so it's the next morning. I had to give up last night. It always takes much longer than I thought, but it's lovely to come in and check this out first thing this morning. So that's my whole collection, almost, sitting nice and clean and in some kind of order. So now what I've got to do is clean all of my trays. Big stack of trays, and I've got a few new extra trays to add to the collection. As I said at the start of the video, I like to be able to pack my pastels up very quickly and either put them away or move them. If I had the luxury of a big studio and lots of space, I would love to leave the pastels sitting out like this in maybe open top trays, but I don't have that luxury where I live, so I need to be able to put them away. So each one will hopefully go into one of these trays, and I think I should get from about here to roughly about here. Hopefully about half of each line fits in one of my trays, but I've got to go and clean those and then I can start and put them all back in. But you'll see that the way I've categorized my colors is roughly from the light side over to the dark side, and you can see in the top half here that's mostly all my warm colors, and the bottom half is more the cooler end of the spectrum. Of course these are a row of quite warm greens, but I choose to keep all my greens together because it's very useful when I come to paint a landscape. Really, some of these yellowy greens could belong up here with the yellows as well, but this is how I do it, and there are many ways. If you look at some other artists as well, there are many ways to organize them, but this is what works for me. So here they are back in all of their boxes, looking much nicer, much cleaner and a bit more organized. I pretty much put them back into the trays in the order that I had them laid out on the tabletops. And I mean, some other artists will lay them out with all of their light tones together, but for example, if I'm painting something that has highlight colors that are being hit by sunlight, then I'll probably go for my brightest tray, and I'll go for yellowy white tints for highlights in sunlight. But if the highlights are in the shadow area on the subject matter, then I won't even go near that tray at all. I'll go looking for one of the cooler light tones, like maybe the light lilac colors or my light cool blues. Either way, I'll know not to go near that tray. So even when my pastels get a little bit dirty, as long as they're roughly in the right trays, then I know where to go looking for whatever I need. And the nicest thing about these storage boxes is, of course, that I can click them all together in a stack like this, and they've even got a lid, so if I need to carry them anywhere, then I'm good to go very quickly. So I hope that you've enjoyed this rather headless video of me furiously cleaning pastels, and I hope it gives you some tips on how to get better organized in your own studio. Until next time, happy pasteling.